Comrades, the intent of his assassination was to derail the negotiations, was formed by the ANC and the SACP as an armed wing of the ANC. You know, comrades, when we go to courts and defend, some of you speak and say, why do you do that? You are giving somebody airtime. We're defending legacy. Legacy that was not created by us. That Chris Hani died and was killed because of that legacy. The South African Communist Party, the ANC, and the formation of Umkhonto weSizwe. We are not against anyone forming a political party or standing on his own. We are not against that. We're defending our legacy. After all, we have seen it all since 1994. This party is not the first. There have been some and they've failed. Others are folding quietly and coming back. And they are not coming back making noise. Bayas buya bethule. Udibana nomuntu BGM. Awuyazi noma ubuye nini. Umana umjonga ukuthi when did this one now come back? But they folded. Have we ever fought any formation of a political party? No. When we raise, revolution is not about convenience, it's about principle. Convenience means you forgo what belongs to you for the sake of it. And then you leave it as part of the legacy, and then you say, no, let it go. And then you say, no, comrades, let it go because it doesn't belong to you. These properties, Umkhonto weSizwe, Communist Party, and everything else, they belong to the ANC. They don't belong to an individual. And that is why they must be protected. We are not against anybody. Please, let's engrave it in our minds for any intents and purposes. And that is what is important. People have got their own reasons why they form political parties. The recent party is formed because somebody is aggrieved about something or about somebody. And we have said that, and we repeat it again. Leaders come and go, but the ANC must remain. We don't follow an individual, we follow the ANC. And that is what is important. Ramaphosa is the president of the ANC and will be defended by the ANC. And that is why he is embraced by the masses of our people everywhere where you go. Bayamthanda Ramaphosa. But abanye bathi bayamthanda for different reasons. Uvela kubethe nge250 or 350. But bamthanda for different reasons. But Ramaphosa himself understands it is not me. It is the party I lead. The same as it happened with Zuma. With difficulties he had, we defended him. The same as Mbeki, we defended him. The same as Nelson Mandela. All their weaknesses became our weaknesses. Their strength became our strength. Their success became our success. There's never been a revolution that was waged by an individual. Today, when Blade leaves with success, he's not going to say, Yindo yamlia. You leave it behind because you served the ANC better, and we celebrate that. You leave us with NSFAS. When you leave us with NHI, it is ANC that has given you the mandate, and you have implemented the correct mandate of the ANC. Chris Hani will have celebrated that. So, comrades, we must disabuse ourselves as we celebrate this giant. I'm speaking about this because this giant, Chris Hani, Upra Chris, Uchonyana, who put Chris to us who were younger, a commander to MK soldiers, a chief of staff, a commissar, a general secretary, a communist. This comrade was something else. I don't know yodlala. Uhambe uyibeka nje ucula ngayo into ongayazi. Uyabona nezinto abazenzayo. You know, comrades. Nezinto abazenza xa uthi uyabajonga i-assorted le. Ngabantu abanengxaki ubuninzi babo. Ungababala from 1 to 8 ngabantu abanengxaki. Comrades, the organization ayifonywa ngabantu abanengxaki. Even if they win, we know that we must go and convince the people to vote for the ANC. Ningayilahli lonto funeka kuyosetyenzwa niyasebenza ama-volunteer. Nina nizawubuyisela i-ANC back into power. Ningothuki comrades injawunjoku ningabuyi umva. You must never go backward. On this day when we commemorate this giant, we must tell him and say, Chris, our revolution has never been perfect. It has got its own weaknesses. Umzabalazo wethu esingawo namhlanje has not been perfect. Osdimpo, you are correct. Mistakes were made. And we learn from those mistakes. We don't only learn, but we want to undo those mistakes. As we go to our people today and ask them to vote for us, we know what we have done. Uchaba lungenile, the enemy tells a story to our people that we did nothing. But comrades, our track record speaks for itself. Bendisecaweni abantu bephambana kwi-podium begxeka i-ANC ndathetha into enye xa ndithetha nerhamente kaThixo ndathi niyayazi inyani baphakama bacula baqhwaba. Ngoba enyanini bayayazi inyani. Awungeke uxokisele umuntu omnyama kweli lizwe uthi ANC never did nothing. Khona amaqabane amaphutha abekhona. Ababenza i-political party basikhupha endleleni. Asinayo opposition kule country. UZuma usifakela nje amanzi endlini nje sijongane naye. Kodwa kulungile kunjalo ku-right. Ku-right, ucinga bafana wenza into e-right yena, kodwa siyamxelela umuntu omkhulu ayikho right le nto yenzayo. Asizuchitha xesha lethu simenza imanifesto yethu. Ngoba abantu bakuthi bayayazi inyani. Imanifesto yethu ile bichazwa nguComrade Blade up. I-revolution ibafakile abantwana ezikolweni. Ithini ndiyaxoka. Asikakagqibi. I-revolution ifaka abantwana ba more than kuthetha ngokwakhe uminister more than 5 million abantwana baxhamlile ku-NSFAS. Sayitshintsha la NSFAS. From ischeme sobolekisa ngemali kubantwana sayenza ibhazari. Abantwana bafunda mahala ha. Kwingxaki esinazo maqabane and many other challenges that we've got in the health system today. Ubunengxaki apha besinayo abantu bebulawa igciwane. Sangenelela, sayilungisa lonto. Ngoku kuthiwa impilo inde for abantu bakuthi. Akho mntu ahambe bhubha nje ligciwane eSouth Africa. Uyayifumana uncedo kwikliniki, urhulumente uya intervene. Yathi abantu bebulawa ngindlala kwelicala sangenelela, sa expand i-social security net in the country. Le 350 siya transforma ngoku sifuna uyenza i-basic income grant. And then ndivile, you know comrades, ngiveni inkokhelo efundileyo apha e-opposition ingakwazi ucacisa ukuthi i-price yesonka bubungaphi. But ke isonga i-20 rand, but staple fruit, food in South Africa is 0 rated. Right? Is 0 rated. I-manifesto yethu apho siyakhona sithi makupheliswe i-VAT kwi-essentials. Into esitshoyo leyo. Abantu abaninzi eSouth Africa isikakhulu abantu abatsha abasebenzi. But our program of job creation, we say it must not end with 35, it must go beyond that. And that is what we say. And then we say in the next 5 years, we will create 2.5 million jobs. Ayonzo Milonto is based on experience. It is costed and it is something that is going to happen. Maqabane, if sino lose power apha ezintsomi zikhoyo ziphathe. Kwabukeka ingathi besilele emsebenzini ngoba what is coming in this country is boom. Ziyaduma. Kule minyaka izayo sibulewe iCovid abafuna isithethe ngayo. Yasibuyisela umva kodwa silwile. uphuma kulo COVID. Salwa nge-vaccine, abantu baya adyuwa bathini, saphuma kulondo. Sikhokelwa ngulo Ramaphosa. Sikhokelwa ile African National Congress. So ubut Chris xa sithetha naye sithi, ewe zikhona izinto bekufuneka sizenze ngokukhawuleza. If besibe nesibindi sokuzenza ezo zinto ngesikude. But it doesn't mean we cannot do them, and we're going to do them now. The ANC of Chris is still firm on internationalism. We are with the people of Palestine. Sisodwa abantu bayabulawa eGaza. We are standing with the Communist Party and all the progressive forces in our country. Led by President Ramaphosa, we went to ICJ, what? Not in our name, stop it. And we are still marching on. We are still marching on in terms of our internationalism in the country, in the world. And that is where the ANC is. ANC, ayikajiki maqabane. And we are strengthening it. That is why we are with our friends here from China. I was with the Chinese Communist Party yesterday. We are with our friends in the African continent. The ANC now has been given a big role to lead the liberation movement in the African continent. And in the African continent, our friends from Swapo to Frelimo, they say, we will never abandon the ANC because we know what is the ANC to us. And even up north and in the east, they are with the African National Congress. So comrades, as we remember Chris Hani, we need to march forward in unity. We need to march forward and ensure that all the things that the ANC is supposed to do are done, and we lead from the front. And we mobilize our people, because the biggest enemy is if our people don't come out in their numbers to vote. Our opponents have run out of steam. When we resolve load shedding, I saw them this morning arguing on television, no, this load shedding intervention is temporary. And then it will go to stage 16 after elections. Now they are bringing Swart Gefar. They are by about to sell about going at the load shedding. Os di porto e flula load shedding, uska khatatse hauswaka. Retlo e bolaya nya. Ba ile ba re ba bolaile load shedding ba sa e bolaya. Ba theola tšhelete ka dikausu. Mmuso nkwa hutswa tšhelete di funya fehla o iketsetswa fela. Yuale bushodu ri a bofedisa mo. Re re motho a utswang re mo romeng governmenteng. A ikemela le mo. Ka o lisela o ka nyutyholwa ngobusela zimele uwedwa. Noba ungakhala inyembezi asazi ezigabani wathintini asizuba khona ecala kwakho, step aside. And if you are innocent, you will come back. But the time when a comrade is arrested for corruption and we wear t-shirts, go to court and sing freedom songs, it's over in the ANC. It's over. I now be pin the yenzek and undifonele number 12. Siaba kota babandabo. Comrades who have parted ways. Some of our comrades who are disciplined are staying at home and all step aside. And there are others who are very good. It is very painful to see your own comrades being arrested for graft. It's very painful. I on them nandi. Ukutubona maqabane banjwa. And all of that. It's not nice. Even now, Zuma ngokebe banjwa pa. Inhliziyo zethu bezibhlungu ubona ixhego lingene etrongweni. Yes, ungavuyela wena utata wakhe ngena nge-overall. Worst of all, a freedom fighter. Ingene etrongweni ngo-12 ebusuku. And then ibanjwa pa and all of that. Asinangxaki yaloo nto. Akom to simfesela ububi, i-ANC ayilwanga namntu. Asoze silwe namntu thina. Thina comrades, let's serve our people. Silwe ubuhlanga. And as I conclude, silwe ubuhlanga and unite our organization. And we live amongst our people. Amakhansela wethu makabe phakathi kwabantu. We cannot lose power. You know, here in the Ekurhuleni, comrades, we've got how many wards? We've got 78. wards out of how many? 112. It is 70%. But government is not controlled by us. Singozingazelana sesihamba sithenga nakwezi overall osibomvu sithenga ngapha siyachithwa. Ngoku sixakana nokuthi umeya funeka ibe ngubani but we are in majority. Funeka siyocela kanti sinikeni umeya hayi. Ziyaduma ngomso doctor. Siyolwela indaba ukuthi ngubani ube ngumeya sicela nomuntu ongana ward. Siyamcenga ngawusinika ubumeya mfondini. You know why, comrades? Travesty of justice. I'm concluding. You are controlling 70 constituencies that you are servicing. The people in those constituencies want ANC service delivery. But you don't control power to service those people. And they don't understand why. Because there in the council, the power that you are supposed to have, legitimately so, because our people did not come out and vote in their numbers. If ANC drop below 50, I'm prepared to work with you. But Itina will be out of power, it's fine. Gulo bayazifuna petrol kwethu likaita tembaks. Yeah, basibulisa singababone ebusuku. Bathi lento siya kuyo icoalition. Akho coalition izakwenza ngapha sithi chithani lo manzi akho